Okay, welcome to another episode of Trenny and C. I'm Trenny, and here with me, as always, is C. We've got the single barrel Jack Daniel's bourbon. Well,
Tennessee
whiskey, whatever you want to call it.
So the same thing.
Same thing, basically.
Trenny and C, drinking whiskey, describing all the flavors for you and me. Irish, Scotch, bourbon, and rye. If they like a bottle, they'll tell you why.
Anyway, it's a single barrel, bottled at 47%. Let's pour a glass.
As you can see, the bottle has a little bit missing. We've been enjoying it.
We've been sampling. Gotta take notes before we share what we think. We have our scale, the Cantova scale. It stands for C is for color, N is for nose, T is for taste, F is for finish, and then the V is for viscosity, so kind of how syrupy and thick or thin the mouthfeel is in your mouth and on your palate. So,
Nose to start.
Lovely stuff.
Sweet. Very sweet.
Sweet, kind of a honey, brown sugar.
Yeah, like a molasses almost.
A little bit of a molasses in there. It's kind of got the classic Jack Daniel's banana smell to me, like a caramel toffee banana.
And I mean, really, if we're going to be going by the Cantova scale here, we should start with color.
Probably. So it's a kind of a...
It's a beautiful, brown, amberish
red. Yeah, it's got that amber +2 probably. As you can see, it's quite dark.
Quite dark in the bottle. Lightens up in the glass. A little redder maybe in the bottle. And more amber and orange in the glass.
And legally in the United States, your bourbons and Tennessee whiskeys have to be no color added. So this is all natural color from the barrel. So.
And we should say no flavor additives either.
Yeah, no flavor additives.
And of course, the difference between Tennessee whiskey and bourbon is essentially that it's made in Tennessee.
Yeah,
other than that, it's pretty much the same.
Pretty much the same thing.
51% corn.
I think one of the major differences is just that, specifically Jack Daniel's, is charcoal filtered. So it's not always charcoal filtered bourbons, but this one is.
We should also mention the significant difference between this and regular Jack Daniel's, not only in the 47% versus the 40%, but also single barrel, being that it's specifically, this entire bottle is from one barrel as opposed to usual, or in a lot of cases, a lot of bourbons, Jack Daniel's comes from many barrels. They mix them together to kind of create a bit of a...
Like a house recipe kind of thing.
Yeah.
So the single barrels usually means, because they are put in at a high percentage alcohol, usually about 80% or so, that it gets put in the warehouse that way, and then as it ages, the alcohol evaporates and it kind of comes down. So single barrel usually means there's been no water added to any of it. That's why this one is a 47%.
And you can have some subtle differences in flavor between barrels, based on location and temperature of where they've been, most of their lives.
Yeah.
So that is another significant difference, adding to the flavor.
Absolutely. Let's have a little taste. It's a sweet and sour kind of arrival with that honey and Coca-Cola kind of aftertaste to it.
But you can definitely taste the difference between this and regular Jack. This has more of, you can taste the extra 7% alcohol that you're getting in here. It definitely has less of that, as we call it, a little less of that banana flavor that you get in a regular Jack. This is more of a traditional bourbon kind of flavor.
It does. It's a little bit more brown sugary and melted, like browned butter kind of flavor to it.
And I taste almost like a roasted kind of almond kind of a flavor in there as well.
And it's also for me a little bit like there's this hint of brown sugar lemon together.
And also a little more spice than your regular Jack as well.
Mm-hmm. It's
That
got
comes with the alcohol, I think, a little bit.
it's got the cloves and the different spices in there. Cinnamon, a little bit of cinnamon.
And definitely that traditional nutmeg
Yeah.
spice.
Yeah. So as the finish is pretty swift, I think. It doesn't linger too long, but it does dry out in that sweetness. It's sweet and dry at the same time, but it ends relatively abruptly compared to some of these even higher strength bourbons, because a lot of bourbons are bottled already starting at 45%, which is really nice. 90 proof.
And then viscosity.
Yeah. I'd say especially bourbons and Tennessee whiskeys and most American whiskeys, they're a little bit more syrupy anyways compared to like a Scotch or Irish whiskey. So it is a little bit thicker and oilier in the mouthfeel.
Overall,
And that's gone.
delicious.
Very good stuff. I would recommend it, absolutely.
Let's talk about the scale here. Back to the Kampf of the scale.
Mm-hmm.
Color, nose, taste, finish,
Yep.
viscosity.
Yep.
We did some of our notes earlier. You can check out our video that describes the weight of each of the different categories and specifically what goes into our scale. But we did come up with our score.
Mm-hmm.
A perfect score on our scale is 33.33.
Yeah.
3333.
Yep.
And the final score for this.
So, by the way, just so you know, this is the Trenny NC Kampf scale.
Yeah.
So
proprietary scale.
Exactly. So for mine, I personally got, sorry, I'm looking at my note here, I got a 20.16 and C got a 24.16. So our average for the total being 33.3333 is 22.16. So that's not a bad whiskey at all.
Kind of in that 65% if you were to convert it.
Yeah.
We won't be converting it after this. We'll be sticking with our scale.
Yeah.
But it's at that 65%.
Just go and watch the Kampf scale video that we've made. Then it will explain everything that you need to know. All right. Well, thanks again for checking us out.
Joining us.
Check out more of our videos at right down here, trennync.com. Cool.